Hi everybody, this is week 12 of the weekly chat and we're back in Madikwe. If you're following along, last week you'll see we were in Boulders Beach, Simonstown, close to Cape Town down in South Africa, for a workshop where we photographed or focused on photographing penguins, a little bit of landscapes, seascapes and then the great white sharks. Speaking to people afterwards, and even the group that was with us there, without a doubt, it is the single most exciting hour and a half I've ever had trying to photograph great white sharks. It is unbelievable. Now, the first step is you need to know your camera because stuff happens quickly. And more than that, just with for example, for us, if you were in the bush or you go on safari, you can follow a track and you have an idea of direction where you should be looking. Right now, you're in a boat, open water around you. If there's not any seals swimming along, you have no idea where to start. We saw some absolutely amazing stuff, and we got some pretty decent photographs as well. But before you get excited, I've had a couple of asked when are they coming up and things like this. So what we will be doing is in the next 2, maybe 3 weeks, we are going to do a full workshop report on this workshop we did down in Cape Town, including not only my own and Andrew Beck's images, but some of the whole group. I think it's a nice thing that shooting in a group, and we spent 3 days together shooting, photographing penguins, having a couple of drinks, and obviously doing the shark trip and photographing great whites, that it's a nice thing to be able to take people's images, throw them all together and create a whole experience for you guys to follow along on. Now, also like to thank everybody. We've had we did a what is it called? A hashtag on Twitter, and people could follow along. And in the whole, what's the word? In the whole idea of sharing, Twitter is a phenomenal tool to keep people involved, to share, to connect, to show off your ideas. So I'll remind you at the end, but follow on Twitter. That is the main forum that I'm going to be using now and in future to communicate, share ideas, links, videos, and so on and so forth. Anyway, back to the trip. The goal was great whites and penguins. We got a lot of both. But what fascinated me, I think, of the whole trip was not only the amazing things we saw, but then how when a group of people, 1, 2, 10 people stand next to each other, photographers, and they look at the same subject, they see different things. I mean, on the last day when we did a bit of a crit session and a show and tell of the images, you'd think, damn, how the hell did they get that? I was standing next to you. And you look at what they produce. Phenomenal. And that's why I think photography is such a great thing. There's no right and wrong. And you can just keep on learning from people. There's no such thing as, because you're a professional and I'm not, you cannot learn from me. That wins. There's unfortunately still people who think that. Sorry, move on. Doesn't work that way. So, as a part of the sharing thing, what I thought I would like to see is we all go out and we point our cameras in the same direction, because the idea for this particular afternoon was to head out at about 4, just after 4, where the whole, well, not the whole, but a lot of the penguins from that specific colony at Boulders come over the big rock, hence Boulders, and they come down into the ocean, swim around another rock, and then they come out onto the beach. So our idea for this one afternoon, I think it was Saturday afternoon, was to go out, track them coming over, beautiful, shooting up at the animal, they come down into the water, some action shots, and then try and get them as they come out the water. So the idea here was, for me, I thought it'd be interesting to see where I point my camera during all of this. Right, and this is where this is going to. For this trip, I got, I don't know if you've seen those, one of these. Right, it's a GoPro HD cam, a little video camera. This is in its housing. Let's just check it out. This is the actual camera. Small little thing, very wide if you can't see close, but very wide lens. Your angle is phenomenal. Inside it's waterproof casing, so splash proof, dust proof, and any other kind of proof you would like. But what these things do is you can strap them on your headgear. You've got a chest band. You can mount them on a vehicle and so on to either shoot video, HD video, or to do interval shots, so every 2, 5, 10, 30 seconds, whatever. You can also use it just to push the button and take a picture, but you've got other things for that. So I thought, while we go out on our penguin shoot this particular afternoon, I'm going to take this and what I did, I was shooting with a 70-200, and my other lens that I was carrying was a 14-24 on a different body. But this was the main one with the proximity to the penguins, ideal lens, 70-200. So I took my GoPro and I stuck it on the front, little strap coming around. Interesting thing. People looked at this quite funny and they think, oh, whatever. But it was phenomenal because what I could do is, while I was shooting the whole time, either while I was shooting, checking down at the viewfinder to see my exposures and whatever, or if I had this thing hanging over my shoulder working with the other body. This GoPro took an image every 30 seconds. So, interesting one. I created a time-lapse movie from all those images. It must be about 400 or 500 images that this thing shot during the hour and a half that we were busy on the beach. Time-lapse movie, what your camera sees. Check this out. Right, interesting one. Very busy, but I think there's a couple of things to take from there. Number one, it's just a fun exercise. It wasn't supposed to make sense. It's just an interesting idea. I thought that what your camera is seeing, I mean, if you could look through the lens all the time, that's more or less what you would see. It's a bit of chaotic. It's got a bit of Blair Witch in there. It's just this whole chaos thing, old movie. And, but yeah, there's a bucket load. And if you keep on watching, almost fell down. If there's a bucket load that we are still going to do with these little GoPro cams. Andrew Beck and myself spoke about these things for a while now as an idea. We've already have a few that we're going to play with these things. Watch this space. One of the things I also did is in the morning when we went out on the shark strip, the first morning on the boat, I had this also strapped on here and I was shooting video. So I think it's about an hour and a half of video of the first part of our trip. Need to go and find time to cut that and edit that and stuff. But when we do the big workshop report, I'll stick that in there as well. So, yeah, very interesting one. Then just while we're there, I don't know if you noticed, I don't usually have a strap on my camera. When you're on safari in the vehicle, it gets in the way. You pick it up, it's stuck underneath, it makes noise, it's all over the place. I have done a review on this particular one in the past. I think it was week 3 or 4, go check it out. This one does clip off quite easily. However, for this trip, I did have this over my shoulder because I was using 2 bodies, but that's coming off very quickly. Reason being, I'm back in Madikwe, and as you know, I have got, as of today, 2 weeks left in the park on a full-time basis. We'll still be coming in and out on different trips, workshops, safaris, things like this. So it's not the last time you'll see this place. But for now, 2 weeks to go. Sad, yes. Excited about what's coming, absolutely. More on that next week, I think. Next week we'll do a bit of a wrap, go to different spots in Madiko and shoot little pieces and things, share some ideas, images and things like that. But for now, lots of exciting things coming up. Now I'm sure you've been following, or have been following, and you'll know that we've been dropping hints here and there. Give me another 3 to 4 weeks. Right, things are in place, things are running. 3 to 4 weeks from now, you'll start seeing changes happening. Initially, no, rubbish. It's just going to happen. So, watch this space. Lots of stuff coming up. The best place, like I said, to follow along is Twitter. I'll give you my Twitter link underneath here. Follow along there. Join up. It's a great, great way to share. It's quick. It's instant. And we can do a lot of stuff with it. Very, very nice. Through that also, it's not just my own tweets and stuff that goes on there and my own links. I also try and share as much photography, travel, wildlife, nature-related links that I find. Through my feed and things like that. So check it out. Links underneath this video. Also on Facebook, the Photo Africa page is running nicely. If you have images you want to put up there, absolutely, please, go ahead for it. It's a community. We're sharing. Stick them up there. Share some ideas. Share some images. However, 2 things on Facebook, actually thinking about it. Number 1, I don't know if it's just me, but if you guys can maybe tell me, it seems that the whole of India is suddenly on Facebook. Yeah. In the last, I don't know, guess month, I must have had more than about 200 friend requests just from India. So I don't know if I'm missing something here. Absolutely all for sharing, and that's what the community is about. But if you are following, I think, just from a photography point of view, check out the Facebook page. It's going to make more sense. If you want to be a friend, absolutely, let's be friends. That's great. I'm just wondering if I missed something, that India suddenly got Facebook or something, because damn, it's a lot. Oh, and the other one is the tagging of people in an image. Now, I know a couple of photographers who've bitched about this in the past, so I'm going to rant about this for, let's call it 1 minute. Right. If you take a picture of your cat, your dog, your squirrel at home, please don't tag 1 million people in it, because the thing is this, you tag 50 people. Every one of those 50 people have their 50 people, and they have their 50 people who come and comment on your picture. And then whoever you tagged in that image, it just blocks up the wall. Right. What I appreciated a while ago was someone actually emailed or Facebook message, whatever you call these things, first, and said, listen, can I tag you in this image for you to comment on it? You know what? Absolutely brilliant. That's great. Go in, comment on the image, and remove the tag. That's how I would like to do it. So, if just for the sake of tagging, please don't. However, if you would like comments on your images, either drop them on the Photo Africa wall, or just let me know you're going to tag me in it. I'll go and check it out, comment as fair as I can if you need to, and then remove the tag if that's alright, because sure, it gets a bit lot. I mean, having to run your email and Facebook and Twitter and whatever other social networks becomes a bit much. But anyway, that does not mean, okay, bitch over, get off soapbox, done. Don't stop sharing, that's what it's about. So, Twitter, great for sharing. Photo Africa Facebook page, go and check it out. Watch these videos the next 2, 3, 4 weeks. It's going to get exciting, I promise you that. If you want to check the video of the GoPro, the time-lapse thing again, it's on as a separate video on YouTube as well, so you can just click on the link. And I think that is about it for this week. Oh yes, if you did send me email in the last 2, 3 weeks, my email database on my computer got corrupted, along with my sense of humor for a small time. So just drop me the mail again, so I've got the details. I am busy sorting it out, and sense of humor is returning slowly. Right, it's now Friday. You guys have a good weekend, have a good week. Hook up on Twitter, say hello, share your images, let's keep on sharing. I will see you next week from Madiko for the last time, and yeah, it gets exciting after that. Have a good one. I will see you next time.